And welcome back to Tight Sports. Folks, we got so many things happening this spring, training, season, the interviews, but here on Tight Sports, I want to kind of go deeper. I want to go deeper before I just show you a player interview. Let's talk about the player for a minute. Where do they come from? Who are they? And, and it's a learning thing for me. I'm not a recruiting expert by any stretch of the imagination. And based on the outcome of probably 80% of the teams in Division I and all of college football, really, neither are they. They ain't won nothing, but neither have I. So I got some water here. I got coffee. I just got out of my little home gym thing. I just wanted to get in here and start just knocking this stuff out to go deeper on these players. Pause.
What are you talking
about?
That
will provide us so much excitement going into the 2025 season. So, like I said, before we get into that, just want to remind you, please subscribe to the channel, poke that like button right in the eye. Let the algorithm know that we're doing some things over here. And remember that on Mondays, we have Around the Herd where I talk about everything going on in Alabama athletics at 7:30 every Monday. And be sure to subscribe too so you can catch me hook up with my homeboy, DC, who is an Auburn fan for some reason or another. God bless him anyway. Bless his heart. Bless his heart. Where we go at it on all kind of topics on Iron Bowl Debate Wednesday at 6, unless something happens. So Lord willing and the creek don't rise, I will be on those 2 live programs every week. You don't want to miss it. You never know where I'm going sometimes, and to be honest, neither do I. So let's look at these players and see if we can learn ourselves something. So Josh Cuevas is first up. His high school accomplishments, and Josh was a standout athlete, of course, from North Hollywood, California. North Hollywood, where he excelled as a two-way player at Campbell Hall High School. During his junior year, he caught 55 catches for 700 yards, 11 touchdowns, earning the title of the offensive most valuable player. They said the analysts say he has versatility, athleticism. He can make plays on both sides of the ball. But we just worry about him as a tight end here. But that toughness means something. So everybody think he'll have a promising career with the Tide, and this is supposed to be his year. He decided to stay, and he started at Cal Poly, and we went in the transfer portal, came over to us. He was 13 All Big Sky with 57 receptions for 622 yards and 6 touchdowns. And then he transferred to Washington, where he was over there with DeBoer. And after transferring there, he played in all 15 games, showcasing his skills with only 164 yards receiving and a touchdown. But hey, DeBoer said, "Come on, let's go again. Come on over here then." So brought him on down here. He appeared in all 13 games with the Tide. He caught 16 balls for 218 yards and a touchdown. He has an ability, though, to contribute in this competitive environment at the University of Alabama, and he continues to show a lot of growth as a player. It's been highlighted this spring. He's a fifth-year senior, and he's the most experienced tight end on the Alabama roster with the departure of C.J. Dupree and Robbie Ouse. Hopefully to the NFL. I don't know if the guys make it in yet. They should get in there. So Josh has stepped into the leadership role, and he's starting to mentor the young guys. I think you'll hear that in his interview here in a second. He did got injured this spring, and that's been on some sideline for the remainder of the sessions. That's another reason they talked about why the board didn't want to do a competitive. They talked to him about doing a competitive game during the spring against somebody else. There's a lot of reasons why you want to do that. Mainly, if they go hard in the paint in the spring, they could get injured and not be ready for the fall. But despite that setback, he continues to be a leader and a mentor out there on the field. You got, vocal leadership is important, especially when it comes to young guys coming out of high school, because you don't know who raised them, none of that kind of stuff. He shows a willingness to guide others and ensuring that, the tight end rooms remains cohesive and prepared for the upcoming season. Because I think Marcel Pritchard got hurt as well. So we were really thin at tight end for the spring, but Caleb Belt was coming in the fall or the summer, probably the summer. after he finishes high school, and we have another guy that's coming out as well. But we expect him to contribute a lot this fall. I mean, just take a look at it. Look at that hands, that catch right there. And I got this video. I want to give them props to Prospect Productions. This is their video that they got from where I put it together. I just wanted to use it to show this is what our guys been doing for us, and it's been a lot because, like I said, he can't. The way they're going now, we're taking tight ends now that just don't block, that just don't catch. You got to be able to do both. They want a lot. They want to be able to do a lot of things with this offensive line, and that includes receivers and tight ends knowing how to execute the blocks that they are assigned to. So I'm very happy that Josh stayed because we really needed him. We need the depth, and you never know when the injury bug may bite. But I feel really good about our tight ends going into the season, and I hope we use them a lot more than we did last year. But with that, I'll turn it over to Josh.
So with Dupree and Hoot going now, you're kind of the guy in the room. What's that adjustment been like?
I mean, definitely going into this year, it's definitely a little bit of an adjustment, just kind of stepping into that leadership role a little bit more and kind of helping the younger guys mold into the system that we're kind of get going. Some of the younger guys that are coming in, working on them a little bit. But I mean, CJ and Robbie, they're definitely sticking around, sticking their head in to the room a little bit more, giving me some tips. So I definitely wouldn't say I'm doing it alone. They're kind of sticking around and helping me out a little bit.
Are the guys behind you mostly like taller, longer flex guys like yourself, or are they like low down wise?
Right now, I think we're trying to mold everybody into an all down tight end for sure. With this offense, I mean, we're trying to get everybody to do everything, especially with, our room's a little young. So right now we're kind of getting things a little bit rolling. So right now we're just trying to mold everybody into an all down tight end, and right now whatever they're good at, the coaches are going to put them in for.
I was thinking more just in terms of body type though, like how do they look? Yeah. Look like wise, or do they look like flex guys?
Being in here, being a senior, you really don't know.
Yeah.
You really don't know. Like, I mean, you could be strong as heck, but you could look scrawny and you could look whatever, but football's all about leverage, man.
Do you see yourself occupying more of Robbie did or more of what CJ did moving forward?
I want to do a little bit of both, for sure. And I think this coaching staff trusts me enough to put me in a position to where I'm going to succeed, either on the ball or spread out wide. But I'm working on both. Spring ball's a little bit about development, getting going, and then we'll be ready for fall camp in the season.
How do you look back on your first year in the program, and what do you want to kind of do individually moving forward?
Yeah, being this second year going in, first year we all kind of had to adjust going in. I mean, some of the guys with Saban, he left. Parker and I, we were coming in, we were kind of getting used to the program, figuring out the standard. But I mean, just kind of that adjustment, but we were just kind of getting going this year. So wherever we need to see ourselves fix a little bit, and we'll put our mind to that.
What's it like having Grubb back around?
Oh, I love him. He's a great guy. I mean, I missed him a little bit. I was great conversation. Love the family. I mean, coming back, saw him back, embraced him a little bit, give him a big hug. How's it going, Coach? How's it going? I mean, it's great. It's great to have him back out there and see him running around.
Parker said that it takes a little bit of an adjustment when you first get around him because he can be a little bit mean at times.
Mean?
I don't know what word you would use. How would you describe that side of him, and what do you tell players about that who haven't maybe been around it before?
I think he's solid. I'd just say he's solid. Like he knows what the standard is, and whenever the standard needs to be implemented and he sees that you have the potential and you're not working up to that potential, then he'll get in your face, but it's for a purpose. Like he's gonna get in your face for a reason.
Have you had a big moment where he's kind of got anyone that stand out?
Many. Gosh, it was probably my first year at Washington, just kind of getting used to the offense and just kind of getting aggressive and like working up to his standard on the line for sure. But I mean, he's gone in my face a few times, but I'm better for it.
Coming over from Washington, how have you seen Coach DeBoer kind of set the culture that he was able to create at Washington in his first year here, and how have you seen that grow even further now that he's had maybe a full off season with you guys and with the program?
I think he does a great job setting a standard and kind of coming in and implementing that and giving the guys like kind of leeway to give themselves a chance to adjust to a new system. But I mean, he does like team building stuff all the time. He's having a leadership council in case you're not comfortable enough going up to the head coach, go to some of the other guys who are comfortable enough going to the head coach and giving them your feedback. And he takes that. I mean, he takes that great. He tries his best working with his staff to kind of give the players a comfortable experience in this new system, even with them adjusting.
You mentioned Robbie and CJ kind of still sticking their nose in the tight end room, helping you out. What advice have they given you in terms of being the leader and maybe balancing being a leader with your own player development as well?
Yeah, just definitely being a little bit more vocal. I felt like last year I was more kind of like a lead by example kind of guy, but this year I kind of want to spread my wings a little bit, branch out, be a little bit more vocal, help the younger guys out a little bit by kind of pulling them aside, maybe teaching them a few steps or something. But definitely being a little bit more vocal, especially with CJ, who was telling me, you know, just kind of don't be afraid to dig into a guy, but just kind of giving them almost like what I was saying with Grubb, like he'll get in your face for a reason. And that's kind of like what I want to do a little bit, but just keep friends around, you know? Yeah.
Talk about, go ahead. Have you yourself gotten a little bigger since last season?
I hope so. I mean, we have like a strength sheet that we keep in the weight room to keep track of all our stats and stuff. And I did see an improvement with my strength and stuff, like all around with the main lifts that we do. So definitely going to be helpful on the line.
How about on the scale?
Yeah, on the scale, I'm keeping consistency around like 255 to around there, good weight. So I can kind of. I played around 250.
Okay.
Yeah, so keeping.
You're about the same size.
About a little bit bigger. Yeah, definitely in the weight room aspect of it. Just kind of moving around weight, just kind of getting up there.
Like you said, it's about the strength and leverage, right?
For sure. Yeah, you never know. You never know.
You talked about being a guy who wanted to kind of occupy both roles as a tight end and H. Is there a prototype in your mind for that you've watched other than the NFL or college?
We watch a lot of Noah Fant film.
Okay.
And Coach Grubb, he gives me a whole bunch of clips, and Coach Ellis, he gives me a whole bunch of his clips too. Just kind of watching how dynamic he is on the ball and off the ball, and just kind of just trying to work to replicate his game a little bit more. So there's a lot of film on the Seahawks, as we know, coming with Coach Grubb, but it's been great. So.
Bit of a fun one for you. I know the basketball team's over in Newark competing for the Elite Eight. Curious, what would your starting five be with your teammates? If you had to
with my teammates?
Hit the hardwood, yeah.
I'm going to be on there.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be on there. I think Noah Carter will be on there. I think he's athletic enough to be on there. We'll have Caden Proctor as a 5. Nobody's moving him.
Anchor.
Gosh. I don't know who's going to be the point guard. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one.
I thought you'd automatically go with Ryan.
Well, Ryan. I mean, I need to see him a little bit. I need to see his Euro step a little bit.
Yeah.
I need to see him drive and kick a little bit. I need to see him drive and kick. Pure slasher.
Boxa, switch sides. Can he bring it to the hardwood maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say yeah.
What do you see from Jay Lindsey with his new opportunities to come back?
Jay's my brother, man. I love Jay. We're kind of sticking together on this one, just kind of like developing each other. He's coming off, I'm coming off the field. We're kind of asking each other, hey, did you see my last rep? Just kind of building off of one another and just kind of working to get ourselves better with the offense. And I mean, he's developing great, but I mean, like I said earlier, we're trying to get everybody to be at a good point, reach the standard.
Along those same lines, same thing with Marshall Pritchard, like you say.
Marshall's great. He's coming in trying to learn this offense quickly, and I know Coach Ellis is expecting a lot out of him. And I mean, I think we all are, but we're kind of pushing him at his kind of pace and seeing what he knows, and kind of like not trying to overwhelm him a little bit. But we know what he can do, and we're trying to put him in the best position possible to succeed in this offense.
Yeah, we've heard that. Early on in spring practice, that the numbers are going to be kind of low in the tight end room this spring. Just kind of what have you seen from the group, top to bottom, through the first, however many practices it's been?
I think we're handling it really well. I think we're running a lot of plays right now, and we're trying to get going faster with tempo and stuff like that, and just kind of thinking, getting aligned and knowing your assignment. And I think we're doing a great job of that. We're spending time outside of just on the field, just kind of learning everything we need to know, all of our like tempo plays and stuff like that. So we're not falling short. And just because we're light on numbers, that shouldn't hold the team back.
Offense as a whole, what's the expectation for? Where do you want to see your guys improve?
I think we're trying to be a solid offense, both physically and mentally. I think we're working hard in the weight room to be healthy, trying to get back our guys who are dinged up from last year, and building on top of that, we're kind of working into the playbook a little bit more. Grubb's emphasizing it for sure. Grubb and Sheridan, we're kind of no excuses in this playbook. You have it with you. You should be studying it 24/7, and it's just a matter of going out there, executing, and doing it. But I believe we're going to be a solid offense, both mentally and physically.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank y'all.